A lot of babies do cry when they're getting dressed. It's not because they're hurt or they're uncomfortable. It's just the change in temperature and kind of being manhandled that makes them a little uncomfortable. You'll notice with your infant that the tone of their muscles is very rigid. So it's actually a little bit difficult to get them dressed. You'll pull their arm down and it'll spring back up. So when you dress them, you may be thinking they're crying because I'm hurting them, they're pulling back. That's all an involuntary reaction, and they're only crying, again, from either change in temperature or being moved from a happy place to another place and being manhandled. So when you would get them dressed, you would have everything you need right at your fingertips. A lot of babies are squiggly and squirmy and they move a lot. So it's really important to always have your hand on the baby and make sure everything you need is right within your hand's reach. So first thing you would do is, we'll put this onesie on the baby. You would bunch it up and make a very big opening with your hands, and gently holding the head, you would just pull the shirt over their face. And again, usually the babies are crying, they're not in pain, they're not uncomfortable. Just when they're little, they don't like to be dressed. The next thing you would do is pull their arms through. And as I mentioned, they have very rigid tone, so that can be difficult. The easiest way to do this is to put your hands through the sleeve and grab their hand. A lot of parents feed the hand through the sleeve, and a lot of times the fingers may get caught or the hand doesn't move, and it's much easier. Instead, if you stick your fingers in, grab the baby's hand and pull it through this way. So you would pull this through and pull the onesie down, and you're going to mind the belly button because it either has just fallen off or going to be falling off. So you want to be very gentle there, and then snap up the little snaps. And again, your baby may be starting to calm down because now they're warmer. They have some material on them. Snap all the proper snaps, and if they're an infant, then you want to re-swaddle them. And that's usually until they're about 3 months old. So after they have their clothes, either they'll have a short sleeve onesie like this, they may have another pair of clothes on top of this. Then you want to start wrapping them up with the blanket so that they get into that cocoon called a swaddle, and they feel very safe and warm, and usually at this point they will stop crying. So the key to dressing an infant is to be calm, know that they're going to be a little upset in the beginning, know that they're very rigid, have what you need right at your hand's length, and eventually it's going to be a nice process to dress your infant. That's when you talk to them, that's when you sing to them, that's when you look at them and make eye-to-eye contact. For very, very young babies, it can be a little bit of a trying time because they cry, but as they get older, usually around 2 months, is a wonderful time for caregiver and baby to bond while they're getting dressed.